Vince McMahon was said to be backstage at last night's Raw, sporting a new look. Also, Jey Uso has sided with the Bloodline, turning his back on Sami Zayn. And new WrestleMania matches have been confirmed. We'll take a look at all of those in this very video. Hello everybody, Jack and Andrew here with the wrestling news. It was all kicking off on Raw last night.
It was, indeed. It was a cram-packed episode.
It was all kicking off before Raw as well, as all three of Brian Alvarez, Dave Meltzer and Sean Ross Sapp all reported that Vince McMahon was backstage at last night's Raw in Boston, Massachusetts. Sean Ross Sapp said, "I've spoken to talent that claim they've seen Vince McMahon at the site of tonight's Raw. I've reached out to WWE in an official capacity." But then, Andrew, Fightful Select had a more specific update, didn't they?
They did indeed. They said several indicated to Fightful that Vince looked different backstage. It was later told to us that Vince has dyed his hair and was sporting a little mustache. Talent do not know why he was there and were not briefed about it either.
Now, it says in our notes here that every picture you've seen so far on Twitter of Vince with a mustache is fake.
Damn it.
But Sean Ross Sapp has said that the mustache story is real because it was double sourced and he was told specifically that Vince has grown a mustache.
I'm glad that we're reporting
on
the mustache.
Now, I haven't seen any fake pictures of Vince with a mustache on Twitter. I've seen Vince when he was doing that undercover boss thing in a cunning disguise that was actually rubbish. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think any official images have emerged of Vince with the mustache. Now on to the actual important parts of this story, which is the people are saying, well, why was he there? Was he trying to retake creative control from Triple H and all that sort of thing? But WrestlingNews.co and I believe PW Insider as well both reported, and Fightful Select as well theorized the same sort of thing. It seems like they've all reached the same sort of conclusion, which is that Vince was apparently there visiting John Cena perhaps, rather than there in any sort of official work capacity. Yeah,
and I mean, I guess we saw when everything kicked off and Vince was ousted from WWE, he left for a little while and then Stephanie and Triple H took over. There was the birthday party thing and we saw John Cena at Vince's birthday party and stuff too.
Yes.
So we know obviously there's a personal connection there as well, I think... it's Vince McMahon's company that made John Cena who he was, and I'm sure a lot of creative input from Vince McMahon in that capacity as well is why John Cena is as famous and as popular as he is now. And I guess there's got to be a connection there between the two.
Of course. But one thing that people have been pointing out is that this was bad timing for WWE because recently theories and fan speculation have been growing that Vince is back in some sort of shady capacity, sneakily getting involved in creative, especially because I believe it was WrestleVotes, one of those insider Twitter accounts, I think it was WrestleVotes, tweeted saying the Omos Lesnar pitch for WrestleMania was pitched by a certain backstage figure, and then a gif of Vince.
And the gif of Vince,
and I was like, oh no.
I mean, I think that we've said that multiple times.
I love WrestleVotes. I wish I knew them.
You wish you knew them?
Yeah.
Well, you could just ask them. Reach out.
One of it's moi. It's not. But imagine knowing WrestleVotes, man.
It'd be pretty good.
Oh, it'd be so good.
I mean, I'm sure they're lovely people.
Is it you?
It's not me.
You seem a bit shifty.
Well, it's not. I mean, no, it's not me.
Are you WrestleVotes? Let us know in the comment section down below. Also on Raw, in terms of actual on-screen in storyline stuff, several new matches were either confirmed or proposed for WrestleMania. First of all, a 6-woman tag team match, which is one that people I think saw coming. Recently when Trish Stratus got involved.
Definitely.
She was back last night, getting involved to help Bayley. To
help
Becky Lynch.
Come on now.
To help Becky Lynch and Lita in their struggle against Damage Control. Evening up the numbers 3-on-3 and saying, you know what? How's about then we do this at WrestleMania?
You see, I think me and Sam last week reported on there being twists and turns on the road to WrestleMania that could include this match right here as well. And I can see something happening in terms of Trish being a naughty and turning on her teammates. No. I can see it.
One exciting thing about Trish being back as an active wrestler is, and I don't know how likely this is at all, but over at Impact Wrestling, Mickie James is currently doing a storyline where the next match she loses will be her last match. Who more fitting a person to retire Mickie James than Trish Stratus?
That's a good shout, actually.
The only issue is that Mickie James is currently the Knockouts champion, so Trish would have to win that belt to beat her.
That could work.
Trish could be Knockouts champion.
Yeah.
Yes, and also it's been pointed out in our notes here as well that Bayley way back in 2016 tweeted, "Now I just want to wrestle Trish Stratus and Amy Dumas or Lita." She's living a dream.
She's living a dream.
She said this before off camera. He went, "She's living a dream."
She's living 4, 5, 6, 7 years after the fact of putting out that tweet. There you go.
Oh man, that's the year I started doing YouTube. Whoa, I'm old.
You know.
Yeah. Another match this one's been confirmed as well for WrestleMania is John Cena versus Austin Theory. Now, looking at what happened in this they had like a promo off, didn't they?
Yes, they did, yeah.
It was a squash in my opinion. John Cena Austin Theory.
Destroyed Austin Theory.
I didn't think it was very good.
Did you not?
No, because why has he done that then?
It's a bit weird.
Why have you done that,
It
John?
was definitely a bit weird of a build-up because John's like, no matter what, if you win or if you lose...
The Rock came back and John just buried him on the mic. I was like, John...
It was because basically John was like, if you win, you've lost, and if you lose, you've lost. And it's like, so we're not really building...
There were several shots at each other. Austin Theory said, "I'm not going anywhere. Like the bald spot on your head isn't going anywhere, John." And Cena went, "I'd rather be bald than have them pipe in fake crowd noise because nobody cares." Yeah, but is it good? It's good in terms of
Yeah.
But is it sensible? Are you helping the current star look good when John Cena's going, "You're not even popular. They've got to pipe in the fake crowd noise because they don't care about you."
Yeah.
He also called him generic. He said that he was boring, essentially. He said that he doesn't have any heart. He really ran him down.
I guess it's mirroring sort of like when John came up to the main roster.
They mentioned ruthless aggression.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And sort of like his whole presentation when he finally came up, because it was bland and everything as well, wasn't it? It's like they're sort of mirroring each other at the moment.
This promo from Cena felt so much like not scripted. It felt like John had a lot of input in his own promo and just wanted to be cool and bury this guy. Now, I'm assuming this means that Theory is going to should beat him at Mania after he's been eviscerated like this on the mic.
You would think so.
Imagine if Cena just beats him. Also, the point you mentioned that Cena said about whether if you lose to me, then you've lost.
Yep.
But if you beat me, you've still lost because you've got to deal with the crowd the next night on Raw.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't care if I was Austin Theory. I'd be like, yeah, boo me. I've just beaten John Cena.
Exactly.
I have my share of the winner's purse.
He's used to it at least anyway at the moment, isn't he? That people just boo him anyway. So if he does come out...
crowd noise, mate. They don't care.
Sorry.
And also Logan Paul versus Seth freaking Rollins. Logan Paul has thunder in his fists.
No, he's just got steel pins.
Oh yeah, steel pins in his hand. Yeah, he knocked out Seth Rollins with one blow, and Seth sold it like he was fully knocked out.
He did.
And then Roman went, when he wakes up, tell him that I want a match at WrestleMania. And then he threw the mic gently onto him.
He did.
But even though it was a gentle throw, if I was Seth Rollins pretending to be knocked out, and I would have gone like, I got a little fright. So I was really impressed with Rollins not budging when it happened.
Like when you're like, you've got to act a little bit, close your eyes and you're down on the floor, but you don't know when something's coming. You still there's that little jolt, isn't there?
Yeah.
Wrestling.
He's very good. He's very skilled. We'll run down the card so far for WrestleMania. Confirmed matches so far: the undisputed WWE Universal title match, Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. John Cena versus Austin Theory. That is for Theory's US title, by the way. Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair. Asuka versus Bianca Belair for the SmackDown and Raw Women's titles, respectively. Brock Lesnar versus Omos. Logan Paul versus Seth Rollins, and that 6-woman tag team match, Damage Control versus Trish Stratus, and the Women's Tag Team Champions Becky Lynch and Lita.
I do expect there to be twists and turns in this because we've heard about potential with Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey being in the tag division as well. They're going for the belt. There's going to be some swerves.
Do you reckon?
There's going to be some pull over donuts in the car park.
There was a swerve on last night's Raw. Right in the final segment of the night, there was a little swerve as the main event match was Jey Uso versus Sami Zayn.
Yep.
Sami won the match.
He did.
Jimmy was a little bit sort of distracted by Jay's arrival at ringside. And then Jay, in the aftermath, appeared to side with Sami Zayn and stood next to him on the ramp and went...
They held each other's heads.
With the wands. Yeah, Jimmy and Jay had a moment in the ring, and then Jay seemed to get annoyed with him and leave and stand next to Sami on the ramp. And the crowd are loving it. They're like, yes. And then Sami starts to say to Jimmy in the ring, he starts to go, it's not too late.
Yep.
You can join us as well. And then Jay super kicked him. It's all right. It's okay. Are you all right?
Oh, god damn, yeah. Okay? Twists and turns, Jack. There's twists and turns in this.
Instant the cry was.
It's no. I mean, they've done a good. I feel like they've done a good job. I know a lot of people have been like, it feels inconsequential almost. Them going for the tag team championships now after everything that sort of happened. Man. I think they've done a good job of sort of building up the emotion and the roller coaster-esque nature of this side. And I feel like we probably knew it was gonna end up like this in the first place, but they had us believing at least for a second, didn't they?
I think I agree. I think I'm torn because on one hand, it is going down that route, as you say, that was reported, Kevin and Sami versus the Usos for the tag belts and stuff. But on the other hand, on a more positive note, I suppose the way they're doing it is still entertaining. Yeah,
definitely. So, they're making it feel like there is stakes in this in terms of it's not just like getting thrown together just because sort of thing.
And then they beat him down. They beat Sami down.
They did.
And then Cody Rhodes had to come and save him. And instead of but Cody didn't try and take on the Usos and Solo Sikoa.
No.
He just kind of stood there and went. And then the show ended.
Action freeze.
They're all backing off. Yeah, action freeze. They're all backing off, and Cody was there in his suit going, whoa now. Cody's really good at serious acting.
He is.
You see his run down the ramp?
No.
Oh, he's just the way he was running in a suit. Just, I couldn't believe he was going that fast.
Like when the ref runs straight down at WrestleMania.
Yeah. But like Cody must have had like really not trainers on, really office shoes.
He's used to it. It's that suit culture, you know what I mean? He can do anything in a suit, that boy.
Right, yeah. Oh, wow.
Right. It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. We'll be back with more wrestling news later on as well. Do leave your thoughts and opinions on any of these news stories in that comment section down below. And I don't know what else. Have you got anything?
Are you wrestle votes? Ask him.
No, I'm not wrestle votes.
No, but are they wrestle votes?
Oh, what? No, are you?
Bye.
No, wait.
What?
Sick idea for a new video series.
Go on.
The Hunt for Wrestle Votes.
Bye.
We're gonna find you. You better watch it. It's not us. Bye.